shock. Come a little closer. No escape! I'll race you there! You're in for a little shock. Surrender, Lindy. Is this an answer from this world? You're in for a little shock.
Dodge this. Freeze. Take that. I'll take my leave. Just following orders.
in for a little shock.
You are not welcome here.
No one escapes my sight.
Come a little closer. Looks like I got carried away.
Pulverize!
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Freeze!
I'll keep this close.
A new punching dodge this. This one will be frozen in time.
Windblade. Let it rain.
Cool it.
The hunter becomes the hunt.
I'll race you there. I'll keep this close.
Happy to oblige.
What's the hurry? What's the hurry? What's the hurry?
Few more minutes rest.
The fate of the Guhua brother was sealed.
Astra Abyss. Ad Astra. Thank you for
Is it just Paimon, or is there something weird about those hilichurls over there? Paimon thinks so too. We've seen plenty of hilichurls before, and they're always the bad guys. But, uh-oh. This is right by the Wangshuin Tea. Now that we've seen it, if we don't do anything about it, Paimon will feel really guilty. Let's go take care of them. Hilichurls are more difficult to defeat than the usual kind, too. Hey! Seems like people are gathering over there. Wonder what they're doing. Whoa! See that guy in the mask? Oh, you mean like Xiao? Now that you mention it, but the magic he was using seemed even more adeptacy than Xiao's. Xiao... this is...
Please, if you're here to thank me, there's no need. Cleansing the world of evil is the duty of the Adepti. Think nothing of it. One certainly doesn't. Wait, who are you? One had assumed you were followers, but on closer inspection it seems that we have not met.
My name's Paimon, and this is my sidekick.
One sees. One too shall introduce oneself, for it is good manners to comply. The one before you is the Adeptus, Master of Stars, though one is better known to one's followers as Star Snatcher. One descended from one's mountain abode to cleanse the world of evil, whereupon fate saw fit that our paths should cross. Now, tell...
Our wishes? Paimon thought that the Adepti and Leoi were just really good in battle. You mean you can grant people's wishes too?
There are different levels of Adepti. Are not the stars loftier than the mountains, cloud? Yet it is unbecoming of an Adepti to boast.
Have you seen the Master of Stars in action? I believe that now. There is fine. Watching him use his magic is all the proof you need. Not long ago, I sought some medicine from him on behalf of my ailing father. Once it was boiled and ready, Adepti medicine is surely the most potent. Sure, you have to make some sacrifice.
The Millilith don't really need to do shift. Reason being, monsters run a mile as soon as he's so... It didn't come...
Finally, a life full of hope. Oh, hurry after my fiance. But then I turned to the Master of Stars. I can't explain it, but I'm so over...
What do you think? One's adherents may... Surely you jest. There was once a senior Adeptus, Xie Wuliang. All things are connected. That which mortals call imagination, in other words. There... Indeed. You... Oh? You need but ask. One wanders among mortals, doing good and cleansing
Ah, got it.
Now then, what are your wishes? One sense, so be it. This wish is not beyond one's, but first,
What's that supposed to mean?
The way of the Adepti cannot be grasped from words alone. One must seek the profound...
What do we do? Paimon doesn't understand him at all. Oh, that's right. Some of those believers mentioned that, well, Paimon's not forking over anymore, and we don't have it. You don't even have a vision. Hey, why don't we make him a tasty snack? No one. Yep, a tasty snack is shit. Why don't we head over to Wanwen Bookhouse and see if they got it?
So, you'd like a copy of Yaksha's the...
Yes. Here, and keep the chain.
Oh, aren't you generous? Thank...
Hey, isn't that, Star Snapper? Did you hear the name of the book he just bought? Was it, well, anyway, it was definitely a book about about the Adepti. Why would an Adeptus want to buy a book about himself? Really? What's so fishy about him? Huh. That's a good point. None of the other Paimon thinks we should check out that book. Maybe we'll Hey there! We'd like a copy of Yaksha's
Huh. Since when did that old chestnut? You're a rare breed of youngster if this is what you like to read.
This is the one! Let's see.
In ancient times, Liyue was a land of misery, where the shadow of evil loomed large. As slain gods festered, their vengeful wrath cursed the world, manifesting in infernal forms. When demons stirred, miasmas, monsters, and mutations infested the land. Then Rex Lapis summoned the Yakshas to vanquish the demons. They swore an oath: restore order through slaughter, purge evil through battle. To this, we dedicate our lives. Eons of bloodshed later, karmic debt weighed upon them, phantom wrath seeping into their broken souls. They went mad with fear, turned on each other, or succumbed to the darkness. Of the 5 foremost Yakshas, death came to 3, while the 4th vanished without a trace. In the millennia since, one conqueror of demons remains the sole surviving Yaksha in the mortal realm. And only on moonlit nights, in the glow from Guyon, and in the sound of the Dihua flute, is his memory preserved.
This book is about the Yakshas, a group of seems like a pretty niche topic. So, there used to be 5 main Yakshas, but do you think that it could have anything to do with the No, surely not. He doesn't The book says that the wrathful spirits of the gods defeated during the Archon War can sometimes cause plagues, monsters, all of which sound pretty horrendous. Do you think those super evil hilly churls we saw earlier? The book says that the Yakshas, after fighting against the wrath of the gods for thousands of years, poisoned by the hateful thoughts of the gods, the Yakshas it's so tragic. Yep, Paimon thinks we've already summed up. So back to the matter at hand. The things we need answers on are 1, where did those super evil-looking hilly trolls come from? And 2, what does Star Snatcher have to do with the Yakshas, right? Now to head back to where this all started and commence our investigation. Let's part the fog of mystery that hangs over Dwayne Karst and let the truth shine through in its full glory. To be honest, but if we get our hopes up, all right, let's.
my command, foul demons! Flee! Why won't...
Uh-oh. Looks like Star Snatcher's in trouble, and there are innocent bystanders here.
I don't get it. Has the evil aura of these hilly...
Sigil of permission, huh? Now why does that right? It's a keepsake of the Adepti, so it must still contain No wonder he was able to...
What are you two babbling on about? One is merely underslept, meaning that one were one but given another opportunity.
Well, as it happens, there goes another...
One suddenly feels ill at ease. Surely one has overexpended one's adeptal powers.
So you were just... Come on, Traveler. Looks like it's up to us. Use your elementals...
One is merely feeling unwell. One...
A reward on the road.
Oh, it's that Conqueror of Demons again. No wonder. Paimon was just wondering who could have made such short work of these hilly churls. Let's see what a real Adeptus has to say about all this.
It's you. I remember you. I was purging some living beings that had been tainted by the demonic.
Huh? He isn't usually this polite. But you are exorcising demons!
That is because the changes that occurred in these monsters stem from me.
Mutations? Karma? Does that mean... Yeah! Paimon remembers that Xiao is also called the Vigilant... So...
I see. You must mean that piece of literati fan fiction from a few... All things are impermanent, and to exist is to suffer. We Yakshas have no need of sympathy or tears. My comrades who have passed on would see your tears as a stain.
Oh...
It matters not. In any case, I am on my way to purge a cavern of demonic influence.
Wait! Take us with you!
No need. I am used to fighting alone.
Well then... Oh! Consider...
Well, come on then.
So, Xiao, you've been suffering from the bad karma all this time?
Suffering is my price to pay for eons of endless slaughter. I have come to accept this. But in recent years, other living things have suffered, when the burden should be mine alone to bear. I must reflect on this.
Ooh, this place gives
I will use the ritual known as the Bane of All Evil to relieve this place of its karma. You must remain calm. Do not allow yourself to be affected by the lingering wrath of bygone gods.
for being a vigilant Yaksha, right? Paimon's just realized that you only wear your mask when you're fighting the bad guys. But that Star Snatcher guy wears his mask the rest of the time, too.
Star Snatcher? I am aware of no Adeptus by such a name.
So he is a fraud! Well, we'll continue this discussion later. You should focus on your battle for now.
Useless. It is good that we came here. An unusual number of living things had fallen under infernal influence. Had we not arrived in good time, the consequences would have been unthinkable. Now, this Star Snatcher you speak of.
Ooh,
An Adeptus who grants wishes. To think that people could be so...
As an Adeptus, do you have the power to grant...
The Liyue of yesteryear would never ask the Adepti for boons unearned. Millennia ago, the ancestral people of Liyue asked for nothing more than the strength to defend the land they called their home.
To be honest, an Adepti...
However feeble people nowadays may be, they are not my concern. I concern myself only with following Rex Lapis's original decree.
Oops. Paimon spoke with... Oh, one more thing? That fake Adeptus...
Wait. Truly? Fool. Exorcising demons without If this continues, things may spiral out of even my control. We must confiscate his...
Great minds think alike! Paimon agrees. We've got to show that trickster what you get for trying to fool us. And it just so happens that we've got a real Adeptus with us too. If she...
No. I only slay demons. I do not...
Who said anything about killing?
It would certainly benefit Liyue if we could convince him to cease his... I possess an art called Dream Trawler. It is normally used to separate the soul from the body, that one might cultivate oneself, but it can also be used to call...
Whoa. Now that's a real Adepti art.
A ritual must be performed for this art to be used. Assist me in gathering a...
Reduce the temperature. Oh, but as for the censer and the 7 lamps...
Do you know of the 2 Yaksha statues that stand guard beside a merchant road on the ancestors of the people of Liyue built shrines that once you have found them, meet me at
The spirit soars the mountains high, while the body rests.
Sorry to interrupt you, but
Well, I'll be. Isn't a pair walk into a shrine, neither to seek nor worship gods or adepti, but to pilfer
we know it's rude to ask, but we just need them.
for the dream trawler ritual I trust? I have been in the shrine for far longer than perhaps as a reward for my faithfulness. I have been.
Wow. Paimon's never heard of that happening.
It matters not. Take what you need. They serve little purpose here, in any case. No.
Ooh, this temple will probably have the kinds of sensors and lanterns that Xiao wanted us to pick up. This sensor, at least it isn't as run down as the. So next, we just. Paimon thinks we've got all the ones we can use now. But let's say bye to that guy before we leave, shall we? Huh? Where'd he go?
I presume that once you had acquired what you came for,
It's that guy.
my physical form ceased to exist over 1,000 years ago. Now that you have taken the 7-star lamps and sensor used in the mortal lingering ritual. It is not. I was once a junior in the order. Today is the anniversary of my death. My last wish was to see a modern Liyue. And that aside, you were sent here.
So, you two.
I sense his aura upon you. Even after all these millennia, he still must endure such tremendous suffering. I am truly.
Don't say that, Pervases. You sacrificed.
Life is a precious thing, yes. But when I think of the burden that the conqueror of demons.
Pervases.
I apologize. The mortal lingering will not last much longer. Take care. If by wave and storm.
Huh? Looks like he's gone then. We should get going.
close. Let it rain.
Have you gathered the item? This sensor and these lamps. Their designs are flawless.
Oh, and
Pervases. Yes. As I thought, it seems that he could not leave Liyue behind, either. Well, place the sensor in the middle, and surround it with the 7-star lamps. Adorn the area with the items of abject cold. Once this is done... Yes, this will do. Now, the next step is the key to performing Dream Trawler. There are 4 steps to performing this ritual. Offering incense, meditation. Adepti arts are the product of millennia of study by Adepti. Failure to take this seriously could cause the technique to
stop talking! I'm sorry!
When offering the incense, we place the incense into the censer with reverence for Rex Lapis in our hearts. Meditation is to empty ourselves of trivial thoughts, and to focus on the target of the art we are performing. Then we shall recite the incantation in a loud voice. Devayaksha, bring forth sin! Finally, we will loose an arrow towards each of the Yaksha statues to enlist their authority for our contract. If all goes well, Star Snatcher's soul will be brought forth shortly. If you have no other questions, let us begin.
Then we meditate. Paimon really doesn't want to think about that fraud. Bring forth sin! It looks like the Yaksha statues are glowing at the waist. So we just fire 1 arrow each at the glowing parts, right? We finished the ritual! And we followed...
Close enough. Leave the rest to me.
Where is one? Huh? You two look familiar. What's with one's body? One feels light, weightless. An Adepti art? You dare don the guise of an Adeptus in one's presence. But as for the matter of one's present location, one could have sworn that one was dozing off to sleep at Wangshu Inn not a moment ago. Wait, that must be it. Of course it must. As expected of an Adeptus such as oneself. One must indeed be in a dream.
There's no helping this guy, is there?
What is the meaning of this? Do you truly think that one will permit such insolence in one's own dreams?
All right, time to take him down a peg.
Such impertinence. Where are one's followers when one needs them? Hey, stop it! Stop it! Ow! What's happening? Is this really not a dream? Please stop! I surrender. Yes, I do. Oh, how did I ever have the misfortune? Please, Great Adepti, spare my life.
We did call your spirit here, but we're not a...
You deceive the masses with quackery. Masquerade as an adeptus. Exorcise demons without exterminating them. And display a callous lack of regard for life. One day, you will reap that which you have sown. For those who invite the
You're...
Seems like Shell's got him scared stiff.
Oh, Great Adeptus. Might I ask your name? It really is you. It's truly you. Never in my life did I imagine that I might meet the conqueror of demons.
You know about...
Of course. My grandfather was... To this day, I'm... But ever since I discovered a sigil of... At first, I was just...
Huh. So does...
Yes. Thank you both.
That wasn't quite our intention.
Please, allow me to swear this oath. I swear to turn away from evil, to live an honest life, and to never again stain...
I will remember your oath.
Thank you. 1,000 thanks for your forgiveness, and for all...
He seemed very earnest when he was making that oath thing. Oh, wait. We haven't gotten the sigil of permission back yet. Let's... Hey there, boss.
Star Snatcher. He signed in here under the name Wong Ping An. He's already checked out. He said he wished to go on a solo... Ah, yes! He also requested that I give this letter to a traveler who journeys together with a talking fairy, should they come asking.
Talking fairy?
Well, anyway, you must be the traveler. Here's the letter.
How strange that he would leave a... Come on, open it! Huh? Seems like he actually left us a few nice trinkets. Along with... Woohoo! The sigil of permission! Paimon hasn't met a bad guy like him in a long time. Yeah. Anyway... We got the sigil of permission.
You have my thanks.
May I take your order, sir?
1 grilled tickerfish.
Certainly. We'll prepare it for you.
Huh. No almond tofu this time?
Tickerfish was Pervasi's favorite. I just wanted to...
Huh.
But... was there anything else? I am accustomed to eating alone.
Uh-huh.
down to business.
Come a little closer.
Yep. Get.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
How's this? There's more. Finally, freeze.
It's been a while since we first set foot on Inazuma. So many things have happened since then. Yeah, so when... Huh? Hey! What the heck was that for? Doesn't want to talk, huh? All right, let's convince him to calm down a little.
Come a little closer. My.
Yep.
You're in for a little.
Huh? So you don't have a vision after all. Seems like I've mistaken you for some...
At the very least, you should make sure you've got the right person. No, wait. Even when you've got the right person, you shouldn't go
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kaedahara? He carries a sword just like you. I've also heard that he possesses an animo vision. That's none of your business. Never mind. You don't look like you know anything anyway. I'm wasting my time.
What the heck is this guy's problem? Coming around. Well, one thing's for sure. No way are we telling him anything. Hey! Don't be mean! I'm on smart lots of the time! Anyway, just to be on the safe side, we should go find Kazuo right away and Oh? What kind of hunch? A special connection? You mean beyond already? Yeah. Maybe a little. Anyway, there's no time to lose. Let's... Paimon heard that the Crux fleet is stocking up in Rito at the moment. Let's look...
You're looking for Kazuha too, huh? Guess he must have done something impressive after. Well, we took the small vessels into Rito on a routine supply run, only this time, as soon as we entered the harbor, we ran into a huge crowd of Inazuma. If it's because of that battle on Nizuchi Beach, Captain Beto had a great run there too, but I don't see her. Kazuha keeps to himself most of the time. In fact, there are times...
Oh, so you...
I've heard bits and pieces. Something about him blocking the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hito-ta... Is it really as big a... Really? Wow. When you put it like that, it all makes... He was called away earlier by some people from the Tenryo Commission. I thought they'd come to arrest him at first.
Just a little while ago, this one... Thank you! Guess we'll go pay a visit...
All right, then. I'll just stay here and...
Oh? It's you.
Greetings. We were just discussing the repealing of the Vision Hunt Decree. Since we invited Mr. Kaidahara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf. Your hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. The Almighty Shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at resolving, or at least ease. The Tri-Commission has made regarding the history of the Kaidahara clan. I trust that you're already somewhat informed? In short, there was once a group of but there came a... We later learned, considering Mr. in the interest of preventing further harassment.
This is a true honor. However, would I be...
I can assure you that with the Kaidahara clan, you will be able to lead us.
I have grown accustomed, yet my ancestor...
I sense him as a... Should you accept this...
Malicious rumor?
Well, to some, the Muso no Hitotachi is also eyewitness...
What?
That is correct.
This is just one of many similar rumors. I am very... But perhaps if the Shogunate is willing to publicly support me, this
is precisely why I encourage you to give our offer.
In fact, let us put this discussion on hold for the moment. Well then.
Yikes! We knew...
Why would such a dangerous No. My fighting forms over time, those forms are quite different.
All the more reason to...
Indeed.
In that case, I will send some...
Thank you. I must say, I am now very curious about this matter. I will first join the Traveler in investigating the one who attacked her.
Very well. Please stay safe.
Come on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
The detective agency knows the most about what goes on in town. Let's see what Ryuji has to say.
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaidehara.
You are too kind. We are
Oh? You were targeted in an Mr. Kaidehara is currently the talk of the town. To be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving many inquiries from people wishing to obtain Mr. Some of them were offering us millions of...
Millions? Of Mora?
Please, accept my thanks for looking out for my private...
Of course. Sorry, I got a little off, but I wouldn't know where to begin.
Then let's put that connection aside for now. The Tenryou Commission had very few leads.
It's true that the commissioners, if anyone had been out there...
Uh-oh. Looks like the trail's already...
I still find it difficult to believe that few people possess your prowess in battle. I am well aware of your talents. It would cause me great for the poor victim.
Don't worry.
It seems you are every bit as selfless here.
You flatter me.
Oh, let me tell you.
Sure.
All right then. Recently, one of them is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma Yuya, is a samurai from the Amenoma clan.
Amenoma? Now there's a familiar name.
Right. Yuya is the nephew of Amenoma Togo, the owner of Amenoma Smith. Two grown men. I recalled this because Amenoma...
Understood.
Sure, can't hurt.
Thank you, Ryuji.
Sounds good.
Kaedahara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. Historically, there have all... After I returned to Inazuma, I visited let me... The techniques of blade making. Unfortunately,
So sad.
It is a great pity indeed. In the old days, we each had our specialties. And just as iron sharp... As an example, there is nothing mystical to our work. As for the art of the Kaedahara clan...
That's right. Ishin art strive for only a blade thus far.
Indeed. Most samurai choose their blades. But an Ishin blade, you are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade.
You overestimate me. My actions, but let's get back on. We hope to assist with...
Ah, yes. He didn't say a word before, but I've done what I can.
We heard that there was a collector involved in...
Yes. On the morning that I believe he went to collect the item from... Yes. Straight. If I had to guess, he's never been particularly He is
Truth be told, based on the evidence we have
What? No. He is humble. Yes. But I also cannot know... Anyway?
Don't worry. You have our word.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think...
Yes. It sounds as if something happened when the two men met each other. Let's pay a visit to the Nagato household.
Everything is going smoothly, just as I planned.
Surely it would be more interesting for the protagonist to discover her past.
I'm very sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what we owe. My husband has gone missing, and I'm still...
No, you misunderstand.
Ah, I see. I'm sorry you have to see me.
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment. With this in mind...
for example...
But he'd always get so animated. Everything was fine when we...
Uh-oh. What happened?
He lost his sense of restraint. Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. Just sat there staring at them like he was in a trance. I'm happy he has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him. But making ends meet has to come first. I've tried talking to him about it so many times, but he never listens. On the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum. I said, if he refused to sell his collectibles and pay off his debts, I would divorce him and take the children with me.
Whoa!
And that led to an argument.
Actually, it didn't. Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow. On most things, he leaves the decision-making to me. You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with divorce if the debts hadn't pushed our family to the brink. After I said those words, he froze and was silent for a long time. When he finally spoke, his voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family? Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a predicament. And I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses, or if he was simply angry with me. The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire, and both he and the buyer had gone missing.
I see. Amenoma Yuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During the sale, a fire...
At first, I assumed they must have gotten into an argument, but my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard to imagine...
Maybe...
I don't know. He just disappeared. Perhaps he's too afraid to come home, now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire, and he's got no... Even though I'm still a little mad at him. We're a family, and I want us to face our families as long as he's willing to turn over a new leaf.
Please don't get upset. There could be more to this situation than meets the... If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life, but the information we gathered from the other side suggests Amenoma Yuya is also a mild-mannered man who would not be likely to start an argument. This situation is getting a little confusing.
A little confusing?
Let's try a change of scenery and see if we can piece together what we've learned. Rest assured, we'll notify you if we find anything.
Thank you so much.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance. The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded, though its exact role is a mystery. Do you have any thoughts?
Well, Paimon was thinking that maybe someone accidentally knocked over an oil lamp and, nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
An interesting explanation. Amenoma Yuya is an expert on swords. Maybe he recognized a blade as a fake, or a well-known stolen item. Either they thought a fire would destroy everything. But then the Tenryo Commission began investigating and uncovered some... But it's a far-fetched theory. One fact that I keep coming back to is that Amenoma Yuya is polite and well-mannered, while Mr. Nagato is introverted and passive. Neither seems like the type of person who is inclined towards initiating conflict. Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the potential motive to disappear after the fire. The more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Just what could have happened there? Right. Although the time frame seems to broadly match, no other details that we've learned seem to link the two events together. Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker, namely that he is principally a practitioner of the blade testing techniques of Amenoma art, not those of the combat-oriented Ishin art.
Darn! We thought we could get two birds with one stone here, but at this rate, it's starting to look like a wild goose chase.
Let's keep going. If we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and Mrs. Nagato will be able to get some closure.
Okay, but where should we go now?
Let's head out of the city and check out the warehouse. There's still a chance we may be able to find some shreds of evidence. Wait. I hear something ominous.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds as sketchy as that whole thing seems. You did put it to good use when we were chasing down that vision thief at Beto's tournament, so...
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in addition to the sound. It's gone now, but it felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. The remnants of the... Indeed. But this unexpected spring of it, we should remain vigilant and
So it's an
The force is definitely coming from... The source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place, but the residue it left behind still hasn't dissipated completely. Judging from the concentration, I would have to conclude that the Tatarigami source resided here for a very long time.
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse by himself a lot.
It could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami energy at that time. From what I've been told, Tatarigami does not turn all upon whom it preys into violent monsters, but most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. The influence of Tatarigami...
So what should we do now? Go down and take a look?
Step back. I'll open the door and take a look inside. If we don't open this door, we can move no closer to the truth. You needn't worry. Both of us have faced far greater dangers than this. Relatively speaking, the risk here is trivial.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see anything. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
That was too scary! Paimon was so...
All we can do now is keep searching in the direction that the two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. Yes, let's go. If nothing else, it's vital that we find out where this Tatarigami energy is coming from. Quiet your mind and focus on what you sense around you. Perhaps you, too, will perceive its ominous presence in the wind. From this point, the trail appears to split into two. The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance. Quite possibly. Let's search the area.
Whoa! Look at all those hilly churls! They're acting really strangely.
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
Come a little closer. Blitz.
By the looks of it, a letter, written on a piece of torn clothing. The ink is bone dry. Well, let's take a look. According to this letter, a conflict arose because Amenoma Yuya wanted to seize a blade. Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight. Mr. Nagato kept chase as long as he could.
So...
He was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Add to that whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point. They've since been disturbed by the hilly churls. There's nothing more for us to find. Yes, right now we need to if Amenoma Yuya is attacking other people indiscriminately, then the longer we take to find him...
Right! So let's get moving!
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, fell prey for a practitioner of the martial arts. The easiest all the clues that at first seemed disparate and disconnected. It seems that now we know. I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct, not only explains the series of events leading to the two men's disappearance.
Wait! You figured it out?
I believe so. But it's something of an outlandish idea. I will only be able to confirm my suspicion. On with the search. I'm not sure, but on closer examination, I sense that the aura may have lingered here at several different points in time.
Show yourself!
Kaedehara Kazuha, it's you, at last.
Aha! So what's your problem, huh? What could you possibly have against Kazuha?
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. If it is but what if instead of facing Amenoma Yuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Now that you mention it, it is giving off a strange light. Whoa, whoa! Surely you don't mean... Are you serious?
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects, then works to subtly affect any living organisms in its... The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, affecting his state of mind, and more recently using the sale as a means to affect, or rather as a means to occupy, Amenoma Yuya's body.
You're sharper than I thought. Many, many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was his pride as a descendant of the Kaedehara clan. You should be able to guess our greatest regret.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Go...
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. In the end, all he could do was to flee the nation by sea on He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not accomplish. All he needed was more time and a little faith. And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. All of his life's work, his wisdom, his skill, it culminated. He not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but also endowed me with in her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade in the entire world, but also an irreplaceable
So, swords can become conscious and control people?
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one, but in all other respects, an ordinary weapon. But that gave me the opportunity to take action. After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. Moving from one person to the next, I controlled the minds of countless hosts along the way, each bringing me one step closer to I seek but one thing. To face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power, the might of Ishin art.
So Amenoma Yuya was not your first victim. Tell me, what happens to those you've possessed when...
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? When they got tired, or injured, or unusable, I hopped to the next...
You're off!
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse, until Amenoma Yuya handed himself over at long last. I'm approaching my journey's destination. By Amenoma Yuya's body, I have found you. And by your Kaedehara Kazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. There can be no other to serve as my host for what is to come. Now, give your body over to me! Submit to me! Join me and sever that divine light!
Dodge this!
Come a little closer.
Submit to me!
Don't be such a brute.
We shall rewrite history!
Come a little closer.
Join me and sever that divine light! Do not stand in my way, or I will strike you down too!
Your bluff's fooling no one. You've lost.
Lost? I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its... Even if you defeat me here, the one who falls will not be me, but this... He is but a puppet that can be replaced. The end result is the same. I will end this wretch's life before you. And even if I were to lose my physical form, it is but a small setback. By any means necessary, and any medium available, I shall return and fulfill my destiny!
Your fighting style. It is indeed the forms of Ishin art. But from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance, as well as a thinly veiled mania and despair.
Really? You can
As I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin art convey the user's thoughts and feelings. Since the blade is currently possessing Amenoma Yuya's body, its movements express the innermost thoughts of the blade. If you ask me, the mania is probably due to...
Are you trying to claim on his deathbed he passed to me in that regard? Why would...
Because all of that is in the past. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Ina's... Now that I've seen inside your mind, everything fun. After all the time that's passed...
Oh, that's right.
Only when Mr. Nagato would... Well, that brings me... You were determined. I think you realized your limitations long ago. But the way I see it...
What would you know about any of this? I'm just...
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous journey, even if you were to sever that divine light, is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired? Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, you treated the ones who wielded... How could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art when you act in perfect discordance with the principle of harmony?
Silence! I must achieve my goal. This was his life's... I will concede that you are most perceptive. You see my predicament clearly.
And you should...
Easy for you to say. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not as... It is pointless to argue further, descendant.
How stubbornly you stick. I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state.
What? Surely you're not planning to agree to his demands.
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross blades. Once we have dealt with them, we shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must...
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya. If we don't do this, he'll forever. The cursed blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. Even if things take a turn for the worse, we have a chance here to save an innocent victim. I am willing to accept the risks entailed.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are things. Now, take me in your hand.
Kazuha?
I'm okay. I felt a little dizzy at first, but it's all right. So far, this was as I expected. I will.
What should we do next? Have you got a plan, Kazuha?
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, if a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot. If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no
Wait a minute! Paimon remembers hearing about something since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base.
All right.
What about Amenoma Yuya?
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't.
Are we sure this is a good idea? Okay, fine.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
Leave everything on this journey to me. Time to go. Into the wind. Wind strike. As one with wind and cloud.
How are you feeling? You okay?
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Having gone so long without proper use and maintenance, though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think he...
Something else on your...
How strange. Rather than let's keep going. Time to go. Business. Say no more. Wind strike.
There's more!
Time to go.
There's more! Boom! Feel the fairy? No more! Let's get down to business. Going somewhere?
Clouds high. The birds come.
Something's up with the blade.
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps...
But what would that do to...
I will be careful with it. He also says he does not have any plan. He's still Time to go. As one with wind and cloud.
Are you okay? It looked like you were really struggling the entire fight.
Yes,
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer again.
perhaps this time we'll finally have a chance to see.
True form? What are you talking? Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk.
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma has left you battered and broken. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I've finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps, but regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty, nor can I. The only one who truly understood you had already passed away by the time you were born.
Huh? What's the...
Here they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep coming from? Yup. We can help this time.
Don't worry. I'll use my own blade. It's just more of the...
You fought way better with your own...
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, no one knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you.
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed. No matter how too much time has passed. My physical state is poor and without proper maintenance. Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue. Forging and maintenance are both important for... This blade has traveled the land with me. Skill, blade, determination. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own conscious Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past. It is the source of your mania and savagery. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatarigami was...
I sensed it, but...
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. But I do not know whether you yourself. I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since the moment you embarked on this journey, you have known this for a long time. It is the true source of your despair.
He gave me everything. My life, my form, my consciousness, and purpose. How could I possibly deny him his wish? I said to him, "Do not worry. From here on, I shall forge your legacy." How could I go back on my word?
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled. I have nothing further to say.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. Let's give him some time to reflect on things. When I touched the hilt for the first time, it's as if a bladesmith lay quietly on the bed, his frail face barely visible under the moonlight. His breaths were weak. A newly forged blade lay by his side.
Wow. That was the blade's memory, was it?
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind everything that had happened. The Ishin art had been dealt a devastating blow. He spent the rest of his life in the forge, not to vent his frustration and hatred, but to atone for his actions. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland. His sole wish was to one day return his single, proudest creation back to the land of his birth. So he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma, no matter how long or how hard the journey. But all he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blades.
So that's what... After that, the blacksmith's intentions were worked.
Right. This blade has committed
Shame.
Yes. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world... He seems to have calmed down, though.
When I look back at the past, I once told him that I would pay any but darkness and slaughter numb the mind. Not only did I fail to fulfill...
You are finally seeing reality clearly.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement, but I still cannot bring myself to forsake his ambition. So, may I ask you to help...
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix, too? Jeez, don't push your luck, mister.
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will still release Amenoma Yuya as promised. My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of...
His attitude has... What do you think, Kazuha?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. He told me that he... Alas, after that, nor have I ever had the chance to prove myself in battle since. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next step in my never-ending journey. The next in a long line of transgression. You are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle and experience a true
Oh? And who?
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. He must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and desire a good fight.
Understood. Then let's start by waking...
I see. He used my body to inflict harm on others. I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement by releasing me, he must still have some remaining... If a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order, I do not wish to be a mere victim in the...
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for your innocence to the Tenryu Commission.
Thanks for your help. Who knows how this would have ended without your intervention.
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. In any case, for a final duel, I think we should aim for a greater sense of ceremony.
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Clash. Yep, we still can't let our guard down. Even now, Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that blade hasn't told us everything. Still, even if he's way past the point of redemption, it's hard not to feel a teensy bit. Are you ready?
Ready? Okay. Successor of Ishin art, Kaedahara Kazuha.
Successor of Amenoma art, Amenome Yuya.
Honored to cross blades with you.
It is my honor also.
Wind Strider! Time to go! Wind Strider! Time to go!
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux. Yep. Still, are you ready?
Ready? Okay. Successor.
Successor of Amen.
Honored to cross.
It is my honor.
Wind Strider! Fallen leaves, adorn my...
Thank you for the experience. Although he appears battered and broken, in your hand, his sense of savage cruelty.
You also fought well. I'm sure he relished the experience. There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you.
I must apologize to you for all that.
You need not seek my forgiveness, nor do I have the right to forgive. It is too late for...
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone, and not let them stain the legacy of Ishin art. I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin... I beseech you.
Yes, I too trust Mr. Kaedahara to do the right...
Thank you, successor of Amenoma art.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. He would like to visit. Maybe we can go back there together.
What does he want to go...
I'm not sure, but...
I am sorry to have troubled you.
A prized Ishin blade. Turned weapon that controls the human... Considering their forging... But I have some good news as well. Ryuji...
Really?
Yes. And now that Yuya is...
I think I know what...
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the
Yes. He said he wants to take control of...
What? No way!
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill... I have decided...
But...
Thank you. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness. You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I am ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.
So, that's why he said it had to be done in that order. His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling...
Kagotsurube Ishin. It was the first time I ever heard his name. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions, and thus chose to bury this name deep within his heart. Only in the final moments, before his consciousness faded, was he willing to entrust it to another.
Seems like he really wanted to fulfill his maker's wish.
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward also fueled the stubborn determination that speaking for myself, I understand. Perhaps hearing his wish to rival your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling after everything I've seen. Perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should. I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
Wait, shouldn't we also go update Kujo Kamaji?
Oh, you're right. We need... And it's also time to give him a
You can find everything and anything
you've returned. I hear that the Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse.
Wow, you sure kept your ear.
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer. Please take a look at this blade.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin, a weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art of the Kaidahara clan. By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. I also promised him that I will... And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across the nations, learning more about this blade as
I see.
The Kaidahara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths, so it is only proper for me to continue on. Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and Sangonomiya. That would not suit me.
You misunderstand. That was most certainly not our intent.
I am aware, but I still desire...
Very well, I can understand. However, if you should ever change your mind or...
Great.
Where will you travel to?
As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me. Sorry. Dodge this.
La da 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 da.
No one escapes my sights.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Cool it.
No, my pretties. Getting a little cold?
What's the hurry?
Blink!
Dodge this!
The more, the merrier. Look at me. Just once more.
No one escapes my sight. Prepare to be blown away.
Dig up here.
Cool it!
You're in for a little shock. Let's spark things up.
Let it rain. Get him.
Dodge this!
Dig.
Come a little closer.